Just a few weeks ago, the LA Chargers locked in their future head coach with Jim Harbaugh, leaving just one big question mark. Who would be the next offensive coordinator? And just yesterday, we figured out just exactly who that was going to be in Greg Roman. Now, in this video, I want to break down to you guys who Greg Roman is, what he brings to the Chargers, and why this is such a unique pairing here in LA for the Chargers going forward. First off, I want to say how excited I am for this Chargers organization, not only to get one of the Chargers' former quarterbacks here in Jim Harbaugh, but the connection between Harbaugh and Greg Roman is insane. They date back all the way to when they coached in college. Roman worked under Jim Harbaugh as an associate head coach at Stanford before Harbaugh made his jump to the NFL, which Roman followed him right to the league when they served as, pair coaches for the 49ers, head coach and offensive coordinator from 2011 to 2014. And you know what's even crazier is Harbaugh and Roman went an impressive 44-19-1 over just 4 seasons. And they also went to the Super Bowl in 2012 where they took on Jim's brother, John Harbaugh. You know what gets even crazier? When Jim Harbaugh decided to leave the NFL, go back to college, Greg Roman found himself a home with the Baltimore Ravens with his brother, John Harbaugh. And there, he had some great success as well. He helped Lamar Jackson win his first MVP and built one of the most successful rushing offense in all of football for multiple seasons in a row. And he's had multiple, titles like assistant coach and tight ends coach. And, he's coached the quarterbacks a little bit. He's done a lot for teams over his tenure, but I feel like this job in San Francisco could be a lot different, and we could see them right off the bat get into a winning style of football. Now, there is one area of the game where I think Greg Roman is going to be such a huge pickup for this Chargers team, and we're going to break that down in this video. Before we jump in though, guys, do me a quick favor, hit that like button just so we can get this video out to more Chargers fans around the world, but also subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and I'm going to be covering the Chargers for the rest of the offseason. But without any further ado, let's jump right in to where Greg Roman is going to make a huge difference for this team. And right away, right here, Austin Ekeler. Now, I think he is, a free agent right now. I'm not sure if he'll be on the team next season. Comment down below Austin Ekeler's contract situation. But what I will say is, I guarantee you, the Chargers will be a better running football team next season. When you look at what Greg Roman has done over his, career in the NFL, he has never had a team rank, lower than the top 10, right? He's always been in the top 10 of rushing offense. And I'm talking about yards, I'm talking about attempts. There's been only 3 seasons in his coaching career as OC where he's ranked outside the top 10 in rushing touchdowns per year. I mean, this dude knows how to run the football. Now, with that being said, I feel like Greg Roman can completely turn upside down their rushing attack. But the good news is their passing game is already pretty good. I mean, the weapons that they have offensively are extremely talented. You talk about guys like Mike Williams, Joshua Palmer, Keenan Allen. You got a young, second-year guy in Quentin Johnson coming up here. You got Jalen Guyton. I mean, the wide receiver room is really good. And then you have, Gerald Everett, who I believe he is a free agent as well. The one place they need to shore up offensively is the rushing attack. Now, I don't know if Austin Ekeler will be back, but I'll tell you what. Last season, the Chargers ranked number 27 in yards per rush, number 23 in rush attempts per game, number 24 in rush yards per game, and 21 in rushing touchdowns per game. Their offense in terms of running the football was absolutely terrible. And I'll tell you one thing. Greg Roman is going to fix that from the jump. Do me a quick favor and comment down below the number 1 if you love this Greg Roman signing, but comment down below the number 2 if you're like, I don't really know, I need to see what happens. And lastly, comment down below more Chargers videos if you are liking the content and want to see more going forward. Now, the one thing I am nervous about, and I want to be completely transparent with you guys, I don't want to come in here and give you the good, and no bad at all. There is a little bit of bad. Obviously, his tenure with the Ravens ended pretty poorly as all Ravens fans wanted him out of that building. Nobody wanted to see him coach another season because he just wasn't productive enough when it mattered the most. When they're in the playoffs, he could never get an offensive scheme. And you know what? To be quite frank with you guys, defenses figured out what the Ravens wanted to do very quickly. And once they figured it out, there was no adjustment period from Greg Roman. So I want to see him make some adjustments, turn this offense completely around, and make sure they're just not a run-heavy offense. Because when you have a guy like Justin Herbert who can really throw this football, I feel like they can be so versatile going forward. Real quickly, do me a big favor, guys. Go check out my favorite sportsbook in the world, BetUS. They will match your first deposit up to 125%, basically just giving you free money. And if you like putting bets on the Super Bowl, the NBA, any sport, right? They have a live casino, a live sports casino, a regular sports casino, a horse race. They have everything. Everything you could think of. And they just gave away Super Bowl tickets. Just imagine what they're going to do next. Guys, if you want to get free money from them with your match deposit, go use my code in the description and sign up. Use my promo code. But without any further ado, let's get right back into the Chargers video. Now, with that being said, this doesn't fix everything. You know, there are some major needs for this team that go so much further than just a rushing attack. I mean, the defense was pretty poor last season, ranking number 23 in points allowed per game. You're going to need another defensive back to come into the system and play good. You're going to need another pass rusher. You're going to need another running back. I mean, there are, positions of need for the Chargers right now outside of just running back and, getting the rushing game going, right? So just Greg Roman can't fix this entire team. Just Jim Harbaugh can't fix this entire team. It's going to come from the GM. It's going to come from multiple different people bringing in talent and making sure everyone is playing to the best of their ability. So real quickly, I want you guys to do me a big favor and comment down below the biggest position of need in your opinion. Who do you think, or what position group do you think the Chargers need to focus on most going forward? And also comment down below the number, let's say 5, if you think next year this offense can score, upwards of 24 to 26 points per game. And keep in mind, this year they average about 20 points per game. So if you're in that 24 to 26, you're probably one of the best offenses in football. With all that being said, I'm actually excited to see what this new look Chargers team looks like, right? Roman has been with Harbaugh pretty much his entire career, or with a Harbaugh brother with pretty much the entire of his career. He's helped quarterbacks reach high levels. You talk about from Alex Smith to Colin Kaepernick to Lamar Jackson, and now they're going to have a new style of quarterback here in Justin Herbert, who's not really run first. He's more of like a pass first type of guy who can really be accurate with the football. So I'm excited to see how he can, fix this offense. But I'm not even really worried about the passing game. But once you establish the run, it's going to open up everything else for your football team. And I think that's the one thing Greg Roman can do at a high level, is make sure the run game gets working. Now, the biggest concern for me, like I said before, is the adjustment period. Is he going to be able to adjust versus the strengths and the weaknesses of other defenses in the NFL? That is my biggest concern. And I feel like he's, kept together that 2012 offensive scheme, right, back with the 49ers, and he hasn't really adjusted it since. Can he adjust this offense to fit with Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and whoever the running back will be in 2024? That is my biggest question going into the season. Comment down below, do you think Greg Roman is the perfect fit for this Chargers team going forward? And do you think Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers can absolutely shock the world next season and go on a huge playoff run? Let me know in the comments. Comment down below the number 10 if you want to see more Chargers videos for the rest of the season. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.